Okay, in this video, we're going to do something that I've done successfully, unintentionally, a couple of times. That is, we're going to be making a sparkling wine. That is, you pour it out of your bottle and you've got bubbles rising to the top. Hi, I'm Charles and welcome to DIY Fermentation, your site for doing fermentation on a shoestring budget. But before we begin, I want to give a special shout out to Michelle Eastman. Thank you very much for that PayPal donation. That did help me push me over the limit that I needed to purchase the camera lens attached to my camera body, which still needs to be paid for. So again, thank you very much for that. Now then, on with the show. All right, to make our sparkling wine, what we're going to be using is going to be the following. We need 1 gallon of wine ready to be bottled. We're going to need 6 ounces or 16 grams or 1 tablespoon plus 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. We're going to need about a half a dozen of bottles that are designed to hold in pressure, or if you're reusing champagne bottles, we need at least 5 of these, along with 5 cages, along with 5, although this is not one as an example, plastic corks to fit inside. And of course, everything, including our bottles and equipment, are going to be sanitized using our standard sanitizer of choice. And that's what I'm going to be using to make this wine. The first thing I want to do is add our sugar to a cup. And then siphon off some of our wine into the cup. You don't have to be precise about how much wine you put in the cup, because all we want to do is just dissolve the sugar gently. A nice gentle stir. Don't go in there and start whipping up a froth or nothing like that. Just go ahead and dissolve the sugar without incorporating a lot of air into the mix. Shouldn't take very long. And then just go ahead and gradually pour in our sweetened mixture back into the carboy without putting in a lot of unnecessary air bubbles like that, if at all possible. And with that having been done, and again, all of my tools were sanitized beforehand, I'm going to go ahead and either give it a gentle little stir just to incorporate it without whipping up a lot of oxygen. I mean, if you don't have a spoon with a long handle, you can also just swirl it around gently to get a little bit of rotation going, and that will achieve the same effect. And for the moment, we're just going to put a cap back on while we get our bottles ready. All right, it's now time to start filling up our bottles. We're going to be using 3 pressure bottles for our sparkling wine and about 3 regular wine bottles for just regular non-sparkling wine. And since these are going in the pot for pasteurization, we can just put on temporary caps for these. And again, I do have a video on pasteurizing your wine. You might want to take a look at it. It's in one of my playlists under winemaking operations. Now for the next 2 weeks minimum, 2 months would be better. We're going to go ahead and let the pressure build up inside the bottles, and then we're going to crack one open and see what we've got. Okay, we have now waited the minimum 2-week period for making sparkling wine. Again, 2 months would have been better, but we're going to open one up at 2 weeks and see if we've got success. If we don't, then this video will be delayed by 2 months while we wait for it to do what it's supposed to do. So let's see what we got. All right, let's see what happens. A slight amount of pop, just a very slight amount of pop, which is a slight bit of encouragement. Let's do it this way. I am seeing a few bubbles rising to the top. There is like no real way that I can show this to you just yet. I'll have a B-roll later on. But let's see what we've got. Okay, it's looking encouraging. All right. I mean, it's not like a whole lot of effervescence, but at least it was there. So how does it taste on the tongue? A very, very small amount. Very, very small amount. I mean, it's there. You can feel it on your tongue. It is there. Light amount. Another thing that I've noticed is that when I added the sugar, I could have added a bit more sugar. I mean, this is not bone dry because of the little bit of sugar that we did add to it. But it needs to be sweeter for my own personal taste. Yep, it needs to be sweeter. What I would probably make in the way of adjustments is that, I'd add more sugar, which would have it does have two effects. One, if we're going to wait just 2 weeks, it will increase the sweetness level. So it won't be as dry of a wine, but it will also bump up the alcohol level, which is something that I really don't want. So I've got to look into that and see where I can find that appropriate balance. In terms of the amount of effervescence that I got, I mean, I can still see bubbles rising to the top in there. So yeah, I mean, it does work. Does it work at the 2-week level? Well, I won't say that I'm disappointed, but I will say that I was expecting a bit more. So what will happen is going to be this. I'm going to let these two go ahead and finish aging for at least 2 more months and see what happens there. What probably will happen is that In one of these, I will probably add more sugar, in the other, and I'll mark them as such. I'll add more sugar to give it more sweetness, and I'm quite sure more alcohol, which is not what I really want. And the other one I'll leave blank. I'll leave it as is. And then we'll do another taste testing in 2 months' time. I'll have another video for that, and we'll see where that stands. But as far as this is concerned, there's just a little bit of effervescence there on the back end, on the tip of the tongue. And once again, yeah, I'm still seeing bubbles rising to the top from bottom up. So yeah, as an experiment, it seems to be working. Is the jury still out on this one? Well, it's only been 2 weeks. I mean, I wasn't expecting. I mean, it's not like making ginger beer where after 3 or 4 days you've got a whole lot of carbonation. This one is very, very fine, very, very light. So I'm going to say, there we go. After 2 weeks, it is possible. I will probably change in the ingredients in the description section. I will probably change the amount of sugar to, I don't know, double it, but certainly increase it to give it a better chance. And other than that, I don't see anything else that's wrong. Well, to give it a better chance of effervescence and more sweetness, because this is a little bit on the dry side. But yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. And once again, yeah, more sugar, leave it the same, and we'll have a video in 2 months to see what difference might have occurred since then. But let me put the cap back on because I want to save a little bit of effervescence that I've got, and we'll move on from there. So again, if you like what you see, please click on the subscribe button. Once again, there are links to everything that I've bought. Well, now the channel has bought in terms of supplies and equipment. You can find those links, Amazon links, in the comment section and in the description section. If you're planning on going to Amazon for anything else other than what I've got here, click on the link to get there, and that helps the channel out, support the channel. Speaking of which, memberships are also another way of helping support this channel. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.